Remember when AAA games were the gold standard, the big cinematic trailers, orchestral swells, and the promise that this is the next big thing? Yeah, now those promises often age worse than the milk left in the car trunk in July. We're in an era where the hype cycle feels more important than the actual games, where the announcement is the event, and the release is,
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
kind of an awkward funeral.
My name is Asterot, and this is Boring at Work. Yes, it is. Today we're digging into why AAA games are in the future, why hype is slowly killing them, and why mid-tiers and indie studios are quietly stealing the crown.
AAA games used to be synonymous with quality. Now they're synonymous with bloated dev cycles, inflated budgets, and
Let's be real.
marketing departments making promises that devs can cash. Take Cyberpunk 2077, sold as the sci-fi revolution, but at launch, a glitchy mess that took years to patch into something playable. Or Battlefield 2042, marketed as the biggest, most innovative battlefield yet, which was true if you count biggest disaster. What about Redfall, promised a co-op vampire shooter from Arcane, the master of the immersive sims? What we got looked like an early access title.
If early access meant we forgot to add fun.
And who can forget Overwatch 2, marketed as a big sequel but basically Overwatch 1.5, with the scrap PvE mode as salt in the wound.
The hype machine can be stopped because hype sells. But in a post-Baldur's Gate 3 world, it also exposes the weakness.
And just when you thought the AAA wasn't ridiculous enough,
Otra variante, ya que tanto que sea una de los infumables. ¡Ah! ¡Qué bueno que le fue así!
nah, just kidding. Publishers invented quadruple A games.
Skull and Bones 2, 11 years in development hell, hundreds of billions spent, sold as Ubisoft's crown jewel of naval combat.
What we got was a shallow pirate sim with mixed reviews and gameplay loops so repetitive you think you were literally stuck at the sea. Perfect Dark, hype as the first quadruple A game from the initiative, except it's been in development hell for years, bleeding talent like a leaky faucet. Beyond Good and Evil 2, announced in 2008, hype as the ultimate open world space opera. Still, nowhere to be found. Quadruple A was supposed to mean bigger, better, bolder.
Turns out it just meant quadruple the budget and quadruple the disaster.
While AAA and Quadruple A chase cinematic universes and record-breaking budgets, indie and AA studios are quietly redefining what next-gen actually means. Baldur's Gate 3, a CRPG from Larian Studios that came out of nowhere to dominate Game of the Year lists. No microtransactions, no live service grind.
Just an absurd amount of choice and polish. And I love it!
Hades, a roguelike perfection from a small team at Supergiant Games, winning awards for gameplay and narrative. Dave the Diver, an indie turn battle hit mixing fishing, management, and sushi bar sim in a way no AAA comedy will ever greenlight. Clair Obscure Expedition 33, a gorgeous narrative-driven AA game that looks poised to punch away above its budget.
And it's already building the hype through gameplays and not empty trailers.
Even Sea of Stars and Hi-Fi Rush proved you can surprise and delight without spending $500 million and a decade in depth hell. The audience is getting smarter, we've been burned enough to stop pre-ordering blindly, we've seen emerging gameplay turn into emerging bugs.
Hype isn't free.
It costs trust, and every time a big budget title stumbles, that trust bleeds out faster than the frame rate in a PS4 copy of Cyberpunk. We're We're entering an age where players are more willing to try a $30 indie game on Game Pass than a $70 on another next-gen disappointment. The next wave of big games might not be big at all, in budget at least. It's going to be about tight vision, creative risk, and teams small enough that everyone actually knows what the game is supposed to be. Studios like Larian, Supergiant, smaller AA developers are proving you don't need a cinematic universe or 800 employees to make something unforgettable. You need to deliver exactly what you promised, or better.
So yeah, AAA isn't dead, but the age of the blind trust on the hype machine, that's over. The sooner the industry learns that, the sooner we'll get back to games that matter. Until then, maybe don't pre-order Skull and Bones too. Well, that's over. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Please. I'm hungry.